Stockton, California. This is your main event of the evening. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. His trunks black with white trim. Official weight 154 pounds. His record 9 wins, 4 losses, 3 draws. 4 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Representing Alvin, Ohio, Cassius Clay Galore. His opponent fighting out of the red corner. Trunks, red with Toscano's boxing blasted on the front. Official weight, 154 pounds. His record, 18 wins, 1 loss. 10 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Representing the one of Baja California, Mexico, Damian Samurai Sosa. Your referee controlling the action, and
Sosa, one last prayer here before he goes into battle.
That's it, man. Clay standing in the middle ring, ready.
Final instructions from Ed Cavalcante here.
That's it, ref delivering the rules. You know, a lot goes up to this. You've been hearing the crowd go wild this whole night. Now you're the main event. You guys are standing eye to eye for the first time outside of weigh-ins.
Nice, they touch goes. Let's go a quick tail of the tape before this fight starts here. You have Adrian Samurai Sosa, 24 to Cassius Collar's 28, 19 fights to 16 fights in the boxing ring. 18 wins for Sosa, 9 for Collard, 1 loss to 4 losses, 10 KOs, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is the main event of the evening. Damian Samurai Sosa, orthodox fighter, fighting out of Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico, taking on the super experienced MMA fighter, former UFC fighter, now fights for the PFL in the MMA arena, but he's getting back to his boxing roots here.
You can see the MMA experience right away. The way he's rushing, whoa, nice shot. See, there it is. That's Collard's experience with the MMA right there. Anything close, he's going to be able to manipulate his body weight.
And especially with underhooks and that wrestling ability there from that MMA experience.
That's right.
Scheduled for 8 rounds here in the super welterweight division. These are some big boys here.
they are some big boys. And you said scheduled for 8 rounds. I mean, it's safe to say it's scheduled for a knockout. That's what a knockout night has been today in Stockton, California.
Now, usually, we've talked about it before, fellas. Usually, Sosa's a bit of a slow starter, but he looks like he's trying to change that image of him and come out a little bit faster in this first round.
And I wonder how much of that is nerves, right?
Well, Shelly, I wouldn't say nerves. I mean, he's excited. Everybody's been winning by a roll reel of knockouts. Right, and he wants it on TV as well.
Yeah, his entire team right now. Everybody that's a Toscano fighter has won by knockout tonight.
Yeah, and I tell you what, again, like we said, Jesus Manuel Jaimes, he's not in there with some chump. Toscano's not feeding cans to their guys here. Collard has, 30 MMA fights and 9-4 in boxing alone. And so, I mean, Collard's been in the likes of Anthony Pettis, former UFC world champion.
And
his first fight, and beat Pettis. His first fight was against Max Holloway, former featherweight champion in the UFC. I mean, so this guy has tons of experience. He has been in there with the best in the world. And, he's going to be a great test for Damian Samurai Sosa tonight.
I was sitting in the back with Collard right now, and he told me he took one of Pettis' kicks. And we know them damn kicks puts people to sleep.
We know how tough this kid is then.
Pettis right there.
Yeah,
that's
and
right.
You know what? I mean, this guy, how calm and relaxed was he when the ref was giving him final instructions? It was almost like he was almost waiting for a doctor's appointment in there, He is so relaxed. Oh, misses a big hook. Does a little dance on Sosa right there. Sosa laughs at him.
That's a little Clay right there, right?
He's doing a little, that little Cassius,
headbutts.
Little Cassius Clay.
They're both different.
That happens a lot too. MMA guys, they kind of come in different areas here.
Well, we seen that earlier in the night, right?
Well, yeah, you did. And you know what they do is they leave everything inside of the ring.
That's right.
I mean, they're just tough guys. Oh, yeah, he's looking at us.
Collard just looked at us and shook it off like, nah.
You haven't seen the best yet.
He does have a little Cassius Clay showboat in him, obviously.
Well, let's talk about that.
Oh, look at that, as he's dancing. Oh.
He was animated about making sure you call me Cassius Clay.
That's right.
And well deserved.
I tell you what, man, he's got plenty of attitude. But Damian Sosa, man, he really hit the pedal to the metal in that first round, usually known as a slow starter. He wasn't starting slow in that round, Richard.
No, you talk about attitude, and that's a great attitude to have. If you're going to have an attitude, have an attitude of tenacity and just wanting just to knock the other man's head off. That tenacity will get you to that next level.
Now, but it can also be a detriment if you overdo it now. If this dancing calls to the Mexican pride of Sosa and gets him to maybe come forward a little too hard and make mistakes, it can be something that he has to watch out for later in the fight.
I agree with you. And you know his team was saying you are not getting beat in the boxing ring by an MMA fighter. These Mexicanos are very proud, and they take a lot of that heritage with them inside of the ring.
Now, and I'll tell you what, I've seen him fight twice. Last time for that WBO Super Welterweight Latino Intercontinental title.
Yes.
And dude, if there's one thing I can guarantee you about Sosa is he can take a shot and he does not go away easily.
Well, you just told me he was a slow starter. Where?
Yeah, like I said, maybe that's...
Walked into something.
Just as I say how durable he is,
yes.
Collard hits him with a shot that puts him down on a knee. Did they not call that a knockdown?
I don't think they call that a knockdown.
Interesting decision.
And, you know, I'm going to say this before someone else just thinks this and don't say it. Kind of reminded me of the transition Conor McGregor made when he went into the ring.
That's right.
Very true.
That's right.
Very true. Kind of a similar type of thing going on
exactly. You see a little bit of hammer fist.
Yeah, it's that dirty boxing.
Even though they didn't count it as a knockdown, I think Collard's kind of treating it like a knockdown. He was looking real quick. Maybe he could get a quick another knockdown, but he's already settled back down.
Sosa's talking to him.
Yeah, they're having the conversation in there.
Yeah.
Hey, it's gotten personal, and it didn't get personal before the fight, but it seems like it got a little personal during the fight so
Beautiful
far,
body
gentlemen.
shot. Beautiful.
We're only in round 2 here, and we've already seen quite a bit of action in our main event here. Damian Samurai Sosa in the red shorts taking on Cassius Clay Collard in the black shorts. Collard has a bunch of MMA experience, some of the best in the world he's been in the cage with, but this is definitely a step up, yeah, in competition for Sosa. But Sosa has been on some big stages. Tribute to the Kings last June. He took a WBO Super Latino Intercontinental title against a really game opponent. So, I mean, he's ready for this moment. Both men are ready for this moment.
I agree with you. And let's talk about promotions. I know we're both, you know, on the payroll here with Toscano's Boxing Promotions, man, but they got to be up for some kind of award for the matchmaking and the show they're putting on tonight.
Oh, tonight's perfect.
I tell you, we were telling earlier, they're not feeding their guys any cans here.
No.
This is top-level competition for their guys. They want to test them against the best, and they have shown up so far. Let's see if Sosa can do the same.
You know, Brandon, is it safe to say even the fighters that have been knocked out, that have been stopped, they've had their opportunity inside the fight, and they made a statement for themselves before they lost the bout?
Oh, yeah, there was no obvious mismatches here tonight.
No.
Everything was matched up pretty evenly, and it could have gone either way until it didn't go that way. But now we see some banging action in the corner there of Sosa as he chases down Collard. Collard uses that footwork to escape on the ropes here.
When I see fights like this, it makes me think of, does those 5-minute rounds make a difference when you transition into boxing? Coming from MMA, right?
Yeah. Do you feel like he might be taking too much time in the round to start putting in work?
You know, and it goes both ways, right? Does he have more in the tank left, you know?
Or does he take a little bit of extra time?
Exactly.
Again, we talked about that transition.
Nice check hook.
I really feel like Collard's this is very, one person's coming with aggression, one's looking to counter. Obviously, Sosa's being the aggressor, and Collard's looking to counter here.
Nice left hook back.
Yeah. And again, this is what Sosa does, man. He is a Terminator. He comes forward, he throws punches, he takes punches, and he just keeps coming. He just keeps coming.
To see somebody throw that many punches at their size, that's the thing that's astonishing to me.
Well, my only concern is Collard is aggressive, but I like for him to also at least not to play defense. That makes sense.
Yeah, as we're looking at that replay right now, here Collard takes a see now. That looked like a knockdown on my part, right? But I mean, he stood right back up. He obviously was phased by it, but if we're going by the rule books, that would count. That should count as a knockdown.
If your knee, if your glove touches the ground, it's a knockdown.
Yeah.
And Brad, if this fight goes a distance, that scoring could make the difference.
Hey, that 1 point could be all the difference in a fight like this, right, guys?
I agree.
We seen earlier, right?
Yes, we did.
Sosa looks focused. Collard looks as relaxed as he did in the first round. I mean, he just has a nonchalant nonchalant attitude in
Very
there.
nonchalant. Look how he walks down. Yeah.
So comfortable in there, guys.
Very focused in there.
Right now, it looks like Collar's looking to counter.
Yeah.
Which would be a great game plan, especially the way that Sosa moves forward.
Well, not only that, you get to slow it down a little bit because, again, when he was throwing his punches, he wasn't playing or protecting himself, and he was open for that big counter.
Now, what I have noticed about Collard is he does what I call that Muay Thai or MMA jab, where his thumb is down the whole time.
Yes.
Boxers put their thumb up, they turn that jab over. Collard does more of that poking jab.
Yeah.
And then that's popular in Muay Thai to set up kicks, but in boxing, it doesn't keep a guy like Sosa off of you.
Sosa's pulling.
The only one that ever got
right
away
hand.
with that was the legendary Roberto Duran. He didn't put anything on his jab. It was kind of a pawing out there, just set up that big
Yeah,
right
because
hand.
that right hand to Roberto Duran was so dangerous.
Exactly.
You couldn't risk it, that power hand.
That's all he needed.
But Collard has obviously, I mean, in our opinion, put Sosa down already in this fight. So he does have the potential to do so again. And now Collard's pushing Sosa back.
The viewers at home, let us know if you saw that replay. Let us know what you think, man. Let us know.
Yeah, good call, Rich.
Clean knockdown.
You guys can chime
I want to
in.
know. Yes, please do.
Yeah.
Chime in on the Fighter's Voice and Toscano Boxing Promotions Instagram and Facebook, and let us know what you thought about that.
We want your feedback.
You know, Collar's really calmed down this round.
He's not overextending. He's looking smooth. You know, he looks technically sound.
I just don't like his chin up in the air like that.
No, mouth is open right now too.
You know, there's a fine line between being comfortable and composed and being too relaxed in the boxing ring.
Yes. Kind of pop shot right now.
Until that. Oh, but then Sosa comes back with a big right hand.
Now he looked at us. He said, "I'm all right, guys."
Yeah. Collard keeps reassuring us, but he better keep his eyes on Damian Sosa, or he might not be so sure about that.
Oh, nice.
Oh, there you go.
Man, I still have yet to see Sosa be affected by, you know, a shot, other than that one that we consider maybe a knockdown. But even after that, he stood right back up and his eyes were clear.
Well, you know, if it's safe to say, gentlemen, I mean, of course, he's the natural boxer. His punches are coming out fluently, and they are clean in a great base as he's turning his punches, as opposed to the winging roundhouse right hands.
Collard does the look away. Really showboating quite a bit in there.
Hey, you got a man in front of you. You got to pay attention.
Oh, big right hand, though. He's a little bit sneaky. He lulls you to sleep with the dance.
Nice three-punch
And then
combo. Sosa says no.
Guys, I just got sweat all over me from that big right hand.
Yeah, these boys are putting it all out right now. I noticed Sosa's coming forward so hard and fast that he's losing his feet a little bit.
You can see everybody in Clay's corners calling for that right overhand. You know, for Clay being from Idaho, I'm gonna tell you right now, there's about 20 or 30 people over there applauding his team.
Almost like those boxing drills, Shally. You know, when you're just walking forward and kind of just throwing with no leverage on your punches.
Yeah, as you're seeing in this replay right here, he's kind of poking, but bam, we'll stick that right hand, but then bam, Sosa comes right back with a right hand.
Brandon,
You know,
he kind of lulls you in, Brandon.
Yeah,
I mean, as if to say, okay, poor technique, bam, eat this right hand.
Right? Almost like I'm going to take it, and then he'll put that right foot down and just sneak a quick one in there. But what I love is that answer back mentality of Sosa. You hit him with one, he wants to get it back right away. Now again, with all the experience that Collard has, knowing that your guy wants to get it back right away, that can be dangerous because you hit him with a good one, you know he's coming back, and a counter left hook can come back as well. So many things to watch for as we go into the fourth round of this scheduled 8-rounder main event. Damian Sosa taking on Cassius Collard Clay. I am Brandon Kyle alongside Shelly Hollis and Richard Ortiz. We have had a great night of fights, and this main event is living up to the rest of the card so far. It's been back and forth between Collard and Sosa. We are not sure how the judges are calling it because it is so back and forth, but that right hand that Collard's corner is calling for has come out. It missed. Sosa came back. Nice right hand from Sosa. Guys, I mean, all action so far in this super welterweight 8-round fight.
Nice right hand by Sosa.
Every fight tonight has been difficult to judge if you're a judge. I mean, you can sit down and call the power punches, the cleaner punches, but the man in front of you, he's fighting back. He's landing punches, whether he's sitting down or not. He's scoring.
And see, and that's where the other fight was different too. We said tonight these judges are paying a lot more attention to technique and the way it's delivered.
Yes, we saw 2 fights go to decision where the technical fighter won both of those decisions. Right. And so, you know, we have to look. Nice body shots though by Sosa in the corner.
And we saw it take a turn of events. I mean, let's go back to the Wade Jones, the 3rd fight. He was rocked. He was hurt early on. And what did he do? He sat down, collected his legs, and ended the show.
He was in big trouble. Jones was in big trouble for a while. And the fact that he came back to finish in that same round, astonishing. Sosa's talking. Ooh, these boys are getting at it. Oh, these boys are talking shit.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think he said this isn't MMA.
Oh, wow. Again, it didn't seem personal before the fight, but it is definitely personal during the fight. Oh, yeah, that was definitely a low blow. Again, the referee didn't see it. Look at that, almost made Sosa more mad than anything else.
Now it's a fight.
How did the referee not see that low blow? That was an obvious low blow.
Okay, now we're saying the low blow and then the potential knockdown
that he might have missed.
You get what I'm saying? That's 2 events that's going on with Sosa. Great overhand right.
That is, you know, the referee missed the low blow there, but I mean, with all the action going on, I can't blame him because there's so many punches flying that you can't really tell what's going on when they start flurrying. Did you see him look for that single leg takedown for a second?
Okay, get what I'm saying?
It's hard to go from one sport to the other.
Collard has enough experience that he's going to sneak in some dirty stuff, and that's what's going to happen tonight.
You know, referee Ed Melendez, he has his hands full today.
I swear. I mean, when you have like a hive of bees swarming around each other, it's hard to figure out what's going on with that.
But he's allowing these guys to fight.
I do appreciate that with Ed. Yeah, he is allowing these guys to fight. I mean, and you can't blame a guy for missing 1 shot when they're throwing, you know, 10 shots at a time at each other.
Nice body shot.
That wasn't low. Those were 2 good body hooks. But then Sosa comes back with a nice left over the top. A little Sugar Ray Leonard showboat in there from Clay.
I saw that. And I've been meaning to ask him, you know, even after the show, how he adopted that name, Cassius Clay, being an MMA fighter originally.
Right. Obviously, he has a little, as we go to the replay, obviously has a little bit of that showboat style that Cassius Clay afterwards changed his name, obviously, to Muhammad Ali, one of the greatest heavyweight champions of all time. Still an influence. Absolutely, but you kind of see that kind of slip and rip, pull away dance style that that Muhammad Ali used to employ in his fights. Cassius Clay Collard also trying to do the same here. This is a tough fight. This is a very stylistic matchup here, where one fighter's coming forward, one is using counters and trying to be elusive and set traps. It's been an extremely entertaining fight so far. As we go, we are more now than halfway done. We go into the 5th of 8 scheduled rounds here, the super welterweight main event title. Rising Stars, Toscano Boxing Promotions. Brandon Kyle alongside Shelly Hollis, Richard Ortiz. We've had a great night of fights so far. Main event is holding up
Cassius
its own.
He's loading up on that right now.
Oh, nice little step to the side, left hook that lands. Sosa trying to change it up, doing some footwork.
Great call there, Shell. You saw that, and he was loading up.
Yeah.
Oh, nice left hook to the sternum right there.
Cassius can take a shot.
Oh, yeah.
He's a tough guy.
He can take a shot. We've learned that already.
And this guy, he's leaving it all here in the ring, man. Both men.
Nice straight right.
Oh, nice triple hook combination from Clay Collard as he lands upstairs here with that final hook.
Shelly, this has to be a difficult fight to judge. I'm going to put the judge hat on you right now. How do you have it?
Richard, you're going to do that to your boy right now, man.
We're going to put him on the spot.
I'm going to go 2-1 right now.
2-1?
Yeah.
Okay. Not ignoring that what we thought, Brandon, was the knockdown. He's going 2-1.
Yeah, because of that. Outside of that, then you would have Clay up right now.
Okay.
Yeah. I got Clay down 2-1 right now. But the ref is missing things. Like, I've seen 2 low blows, and to me, that looked like a knockdown.
I thought it was. Collard sure reacted like it was.
Well, we're in round 5, so there's been 4 scored rounds. So
then we may be sitting at even.
Yeah, you could be, right?
Yeah, exactly, man. Oh, go ahead, but no.
that up because
nice double right hand. I haven't seen one of those in years since a double left hand from the late great Hector Macho Camacho.
That's right.
Oh, was that a little bit of that little hump?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
And did he do the hump?
He did the Adrian Broner.
Did he do the hump?
The hump.
Ooh, the ultimate disrespect.
The hump.
But I'm telling you, he's really trying to bait Sosa into overextending and getting angry.
Yeah.
And Sosa's doing a pretty good job of keeping his composure, I'd have to say, though.
That's right, because you know if you take someone mentally out of the fight, it's over.
And how important is that, Shelly, to be focused, not getting taken out of your fight? Because we've seen it even at the highest pay-per-view level.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, it can happen, to the best of the best, but I think Sosa, that experience in Guadalajara last June on that big event there, I think that, he's grown a lot in the last year with all the fighting he's done. 10 seconds left in the fight in the 5th round, and it is back and forth, extremely hard to judge.
Oh my gosh, he tried that
takedown again.
He keeps threatening that.
Does he want to send a message going in, or is he playing around, or is he really going to take him down to the canvas?
No, I just think it's training. I think it's instinctive at this point.
You know what? I think he hit it right on the nail.
As we go to this tail of the tape, let's see if we see any of those takedown attempts from Clay. But you see, Sosa, he's coming forward with intent. Clay is tricky to hit, though, guys. He is a tricky guy to hit cleanly. Sosa's hitting, but not on the chin, not to the body. It's to the chest, to the top of the head. And they aren't the shots that he wants to hit him with.
No, lots of shots are bouncing off his back, his shoulders. Exactly.
He kind of lulls you into that action, into that tempo, into that rhythm, into that groove.
Like you said, he's almost baiting Sosa in, almost setting traps as he backs up so he can counter him.
And that's the name of the game, set traps, whether it's MMA or boxing.
And you see Clay getting off the bench, showing out again.
2 rounds left in this scheduled 8-round super welterweight main event, guys.
This is going by fast.
When you fight like
Oh, that jab.
It's a knockout night of boxing, I said on the top of the show.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Boxing promotions. And once again, they slam dunk this event.
Yeah, absolutely. Every fight's been fire. I mean, the fights seem like they're going by a million miles a minute just because there's nonstop action. We haven't had to take a yawn break one time in this entire card.
No.
Oh, nice right hand there by Sosa. Collard fakes that right hand.
And let's remind the fans, Brandon, but I mean, after this fight, the show's not over. We got a swing bout coming up immediately following this event.
We call that a bonus fight, guys.
Exactly.
You got that bonus time, guys, after this. Oh, left hook. Oh, seemed to wobble Clay a little bit there.
Yeah.
Collard comes back with his own 1-2, but they don't land that flush on Sosa. I feel like Sosa felt, he looks like he saw something there.
Yeah. And see, he's backing away from it. I'd like to see him continue to move forward, but, invest in the body.
See, now when Collard comes off the ropes, he comes forward and his feet get squared up. He doesn't have a traditional boxing stance, and when your feet get squared up, you can't possibly throw with the same power as if you have a bladed stance. So even though he's hitting Sosa with those shots, they don't seem to do much work because his feet are squared up as he throws them.
It's almost like that pesky fly in the morning. It just doesn't go away. It's just in your face, and those are his punches.
No, to me, it looks like Clay is using his 1-2 to blind him to land a big shot.
Yes.
Because there's nothing on that 1-2. He's not sitting on it.
Yeah, he's just touching.
Analogy, Shelley.
Exactly.
Very well said.
He's trying to flash high, but then the power isn't landing for Collard.
No.
Ooh,
nice.
Hook barely misses there from Sosa. Clay pushes Sosa back into the ropes.
Sosa keeps a really good tight guard.
Well, he
Nice
does.
right hand, nice left hand to the body to follow.
See, those are all just blinding, distracting shots right there.
But he's not landing much power afterwards.
No.
He's just almost backing him up. And
It's almost like he's shoe shining.
Yeah, but then when he gets to the point to land power, he just stops because he doesn't have his balance to throw the power.
I agree.
But Cassius Clay Collard is looking like he might be slowing down a little bit here in this 6th round.
But what you got to understand about those blinding shots he's throwing, if this was MMA, those 1-2s up top would lead to a takedown.
Oh, right?
Yes, exactly.
The way you
Very
charge
well
into a takedown.
Exactly.
But there is no takedown in this game.
There's no takedown.
But all those years of training,
somebody better
how
tell
do you
Cassius
untrain
that.
that for one fight?
I think Clay is rocking.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to have the same gas in his punches. But, you know, he's still coming forward and still throwing.
I love the angle that he took to turn that right hand. Oh,
Nice. Speaking of right hands, Richard, another nice right hand. Sosa, another right hand to finish the 6th round as both men head to their corners. Collard's talking out to the crowd right now. Still has the attitude that he had in the very first round. As we go to this replay here, and we see some of that action mid-round. Poking, and then bang. He's that rolls with that right hand, goes Collard. See, again, poking, looking, but nice counter left hook there from Sosa.
You know what? I'm going to go out on the deep end. How much influence did Conor McGregor have on these fighters, these MMA fighters, once he became a professional fighter and taking on Floyd Money Mayweather? I'm sure a lot of fighters said to themselves, if he did it, why not me?
I mean, you know, you got to think about it. I got to feel like these guys, you know, it's a break for them not to have to wrestle for a little while. Like you said, he was enjoying not having to worry. He didn't have to worry about anything but boxing for a little while.
Yeah.
I was talking to Clay before the fight, and he said it's nice to just focus on one art. But as you were saying, Shelly, all those years of training, his instinct is to drop down and grab a leg.
That's it. It's still there. Even watch him in the clinch, the way he maneuvers him.
That's just muscle memory.
That's it, yeah.
Takedowns after takedowns in the gym.
Yeah, and it's hard to untrain yourself, especially when you're fighting a guy who only's been a boxer his entire combat sport career.
You know, and to the credit of some of these MMA guys, you know, we hear a lot of them talking about the money that they don't make. Boxing presents them another opportunity.
Oh, big shot! Look at Sosa start to flurry against Collard as he's got to push to the ropes. Big shots landed. Collard comes back with big shots.
These guys don't hang out.
Ooh-wee, 2 rounds left, and Sosa is hitting the gas pedal.
And this is Sosa's fight right here. This is the kind of fight that he likes.
Exactly.
He loves this kind of fight.
In close.
And he prospers in these kind of fights.
You know, for all you guys watching, you never knew what Mexican style was. You just seen it.
Yeah, now you're getting it. Phone booth.
He reminds me of Marco Antonio Barrera. I just have to say, I knew it was somebody. I couldn't pinpoint it in Marco Antonio Barrera.
Throwing those multiple hooks while in close.
Yes. Give and take with those wars with Eric Morales.
Collard runs away here, trying to get some space from the ever-pressing, ever-advancing Sosa.
Gas right now. That's what it is.
I tell you
Sosa
what.
stepping on the gas and plays on the brakes.
I mean, who has the will?
The 2 fights I've called of Sosa's before, he never stopped coming forward. Even when he was taking shots, he is undeterrable.
There is no quitting either man tonight.
No, I'm not saying Collard is quitting at all. Yeah, he's still throwing, but you could tell that this pressure.
Yeah, I mean, he is not your regular man.
No.
Any man would have quit in that corner or took a knee.
Neither of these guys is an everyday man. These are extraordinary men.
Different type of pedigree.
Well, I remember I was in a boxing gym and I saw a quote on the wall, boxers are just ordinary men with extraordinary determination.
There you go.
And you're seeing that from both of these men here today.
So he damn near pitched that one.
Oh, yes, he did.
Nice.
Yes, he did.
Right hand lands for both guys.
You know, those are strong quotes, but these men are living it.
Oh, they're exemplifying it right in front of our eyes, fellas.
Very well said.
Ooh-wee.
This is where all that work on the heavy bag in the gym.
Yeah, where you're exhausted, but you still keep throwing those power shots.
This is the heavy bag right here.
Round after round, put your head down and swing at it.
Grind.
Trying to knock the sand out of the guts of that heavy bag.
That's right.
Give and take. And we got any young fighters or prospects watching this show tonight. Guys, put the work in.
Oh!
Hey, be your textbook boxer fighter. This is it right here. All the work they put in the gym.
Now I got to, Clay's he's taking some shots, but I believe he's taking this round off too.
You know, trying to rally later.
There he go again.
There he goes again. That's just his natural.
It's just instinctive, you guys. You got to
Because
understand.
he's not doing it to be a smart ass, guys.
No, I don't think so.
This is training. What his body's doing is he's seeing an opportunity and he's dropping.
I see a huge downswing in Clay Collard's energy, though, after that round.
Yeah.
If you have to take a round off, that means you don't have much. As we go to the replay right here, we see Sosa pressing. Collard hands down, walking backwards, just kind of allowing Sosa to close the distance and land some big shots along the ropes here.
And you know what? Let's give it up for our film crew. I mean, they've been right on task. Whatever we need, they know what exactly we need by listening to us and just giving it to us. Making it a great show.
Absolutely. We really got to give it up to Proxy AV. Everyone on the Proxy AV team has been kicking butt here with the replays, with the tail of the tape, with the videos, everything has been timed perfectly, and it has only added to this wonderful card here, Toscano Boxing's Rising Stars, as we go into the 8th and final round. Both of these gentlemen touched gloves, guys. It's myself, Brandon, Kyle, alongside Shelly Hollis, Richard Ortiz. Guys, we've been spoiled all night, and we expect nothing less from this final round in our main event here.
This is the last round, and I do want to say something before it does get unnoticed. Actually scheduled to be with us as a guest commentator was Andy Alfibedo and Vincent's. And unfortunately, he was unable to make the trip down here. Beyond what we've been hearing or what's out there. And I think he'll be with us on the next broadcast.
Hopefully, yeah, I was excited to work with him, but it didn't work out tonight. But unfortunately, we got Chris Bourne, former two-time heavyweight world champion, to come sit in. What a treat was that, right?
Man, we talked about growing up watching him, very elusive as a fighter. And he transitioned all the way from middleweight.
Yeah, amazing, right? To be 6 foot, to be so undersized and become a champion at that weight class, amazing.
Yeah, we had some Hall of Famers in here tonight. Robert
Garcia, Chris Bird,
And we may be looking at some future Hall of Famers tonight in the ring.
Very possible, very possible. Some of Stockton's brightest stars. Nate Diaz was out representing for his boy. I mean, it's a star-studded event here in Stockton at the Civic Center.
Hey, they only know one way.
There's that MMA. There's that MMA.
And look at, hey, but look at Sosa clowning back. I like that.
I mean, he's so athletic. I mean, it didn't look like he had 2 left feet. He knows what he's doing in there.
No, it didn't bother him at all.
You know what? I'm extremely impressed with Sosa's cardio.
Yeah, dude. And all the shots he's taking.
Dude, the shit's unreal.
Not only is it high output, but he's taking shots and not slowing down at all.
No, look
halfway through this final round.
Right. Shelly, look at his back. I mean, the man is ripped to shreds. He got the 6-pack. I mean, he looks like chiseled.
Yeah, strong legs,
And I think that last fight in Guadalajara gave him a lot of confidence that he's carried into this fight.
And I'm going to tell you one thing, when he sees an opportunity, he seeks it.
He's going for it hard right now.
Right.
But Clay, man, still landed nice counters.
You cannot count Clay out.
Clay Collard has been putting on some great defensive skills and counters, but man, Sosa is relentless.
But this goes to tell you, Clay's been in there with some great champions.
Oh yeah,
and you can tell.
Oh, you can tell.
He's comfortable in here.
Oh man, I mean, and I'm not saying Clay doesn't look tired by any means, but just when you're compared to the output of Sosa, it doesn't compare right now.
Exactly. And then how can you train to fight someone like Sosa?
Unless something happens within the next couple of seconds, every man is going to think and well deserved that they won the fight tonight.
You know what? I'm going out right now.
Go for it. Do it.
30 seconds left. What you got?
No, Clay. You know who reminds me? Who just fought Canelo right now?
Oh, Plant. Caleb Plant.
There you go, Caleb Plant.
He does have a little bit of that style.
He has a little Caleb Plant in him.
Yeah.
But you know what? Sosa's got a little Canelo in him tonight because he's landing short shots in the pocket just like Canelo does. 10 seconds left, guys.
Nice shot.
The crowd is getting loud as he finished this final round of our main event. Damian Samurai Sosa taking on Cassius Clay Collard.